How much money does a general dentist make in a year? Let's find out. In order to get the answer that you're looking for, we have to set a couple of parameters first. There's many different ways that dentists can practice, and in so doing, there's many ways that they can get paid. As an example, many dentists in the United States actually practice with their own office. If you are a dentist that owns your own practice, you are going to be making money as the dental provider, but you will also be making money as the business owner. There's other dentists who simply work as a dental associate, where all they do is they show up to work, they do the dental work that is there for the day, and at the end of the day, they leave. So they don't have to worry about any of the business that is involved with managing a practice. So let's talk about the associate dentist, because that's going to cover the answer a little bit better than what a practice owner actually makes. So an associate dentist in 2016, the average statistics for associate dentists that worked in the United States was right around $160,000 a year. Now remember, that is the average, so there are dentists that made a lot less than that. There's also dentists that made a lot more than that. As an example, let's say you are right out of dental school. What are you going to be making? More than likely, you're going to be making somewhere between $80,000 to $100,000 in your first year. As you work as a dentist, you will get faster and your production will increase because your name is out there and people know who you are. You're now established. So as that happens, your revenue will increase because your production is going to increase as well. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much the numbers for an associate dentist. Now, let's talk about practice owners and why dentists want to have their own practice. There's a lot more money in owning a dental practice than there is as working as an associate. Don't get me wrong, working as an associate is great because you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress over the business part of it, but at the same time, you're not going to make as much money as the practice owner. Let's just put in some arbitrary numbers. Let's say, as an example, a dental office made $2 million in a year. Now, that $2 million is not going to be going all to the dentist because as part of owning the business, he has to pay the staff, he has to pay for supplies, he has to pay for the office space, equipment, damages, taxes, accounting fees, you name it. There's tons of charges that are associated with owning a business and a lot of headaches. But let's say you are really good at operating your office and you only have 50% overhead. Not necessarily typical, but it can be. There are definitely some dentists who are able to get their overhead down to 50%. If you are a dental office that makes $2 million a year and your overhead is 50%, you take home $1 million as a dentist. Now, of course, after you have that money, then you have to pay taxes and, the government takes out like $400,000. So you're left with pretty close to $500,000 after it's all said and done. Is it worth the extra headaches of owning an office to get that extra income? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, everybody has a different opinion towards it. Probably what I'm going to do when I start as a dentist is I'm going to start as an associate and have a mentor, so that way I can learn how to become a dentist. I'm certainly not in that position where I feel like I want to just jump right into owning an office because that's just more stress than I really feel I want. But hopefully that helps you out a little bit and gives you a little bit more information about how much dentists actually make. So you could make a lot less, you could make a lot more. It's kind of like if you owned a car dealership. There's some car dealerships out there that make millions of dollars, and then there's other little shops, that are just barely scraping by. So the same thing goes with the dental office. So keep that in mind as well. Nothing is necessarily solid when it comes to income, but dentistry is a great option. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Keep living the dream.